Ready f- Taylor Swift dazzles Dublin with Eras Tour. Taylor Swift fans are experiencing the sold-out Eras Tour in Dublin this weekend. The singer has brought her record-breaking tour to the Aviva Stadium in Ireland's capital for 3 nights, beginning on Friday with more than 150,000 Swifties in attendance. Before Friday, it had been 6 years since Swift's last show in Dublin. The 152-date Eras Tour has become the most lucrative set of concerts in history, and its arrival in Dublin is not the only big event in the Irish capital over the weekend. Pride, Latitude Festival, the GA Football All-Ireland quarter-finals and Shania Twain are attracting their own crowds to the city. What happened on the first night of the Eras Tour in Dublin? Around 50,000 fans filled the Aviva Stadium to see the U.S. musician on Friday evening. Swift kicked off her time on the Emerald Isle with high praise for Ireland and its culture. "Dublin, we've arrived," she said. "You guys are making me feel so good, it's gone straight to my head. I feel very, very powerful." The concert was filled with elaborate production, multiple costume changes, and a setlist that spanned more than 3 hours and included dozens of songs, taking her fans on a chronological journey through her albums. "Nobody does it like you. You know that, right?" she said, going on to call Irish people unmatched storytellers, with the best accents. In a now viral segment, Swift's dancer took on the Irish language, hollering "Pog mo thoin," which means "kiss my arse," during a rendition of "We Are Never Getting Back Together." Before the gig, Swift had received a bouquet of flowers from Irish rock band U2, alongside a welcome note. It read, "Dear Taylor, welcome back to our hometown. Leave some of it standing." How did Dublin prepare for Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift concerts are so big that Garda, Irish police management, declared the 3 days as an extraordinary event. Special measures are being implemented to ensure that there are enough gardaí officers to police the city. The policing bill for 5 Garth Brooks concerts in Croke Park in 2022 came to €380,000, £320,000, and it is expected policing Taylor Swift's 3 nights will cost about the same. In Belfast, about 300 fans were preparing to make their way to Dublin on buses on Friday morning. Speaking to BBC News NI, Lucy Glover, 18, said she had been looking forward to the gig for so long. "It's been a landmark and now it's here," Ms. Glover said. Lauren Shannon said it's like Christmas. Monique Upperchard, 23, who was wearing a Lover album-inspired dress, said, "I had to plan for the outfit, it's Taylor Swift." Swiftonomics. The economic impact of this global superstar is now known as Swiftonomics. Last year's U.S. leg of the Eras Tour was the first in history to make more than $1 billion, £792 million. Now it's estimated the international tour will increase that figure to as much as $4 billion, £3 on men. The hugely anticipated UK leg could generate close to a £1 billion boost for the economy, and the only Irish city on the tour is expecting to be a beneficiary of a boost too. The only similar global star who has had a run in Dublin has been Garth Brooks. An estimated 400,000 fans attended his 5-night stint in Croke Park. Dublin Chamber of Commerce estimates that tourists traveling to those concerts provided a €35 million boost to the economy. Could Swift do the same? Dublin Chamber said the real benefit comes from those traveling from overseas. Ebrick McGibney, its Director of Public and International Affairs, said tourism will be the biggest beneficiary of the Eras Tour. You can see coming from all over the country to visit Dublin and spend a bit of time here, which is fantastic. But the real economic impact comes from those who travel from overseas and coming from Great Britain, Northern Ireland, as far away as United States, and in general the longer the person has to travel, both the more time they'll spend here. Mr. McGibney added that the 2,000 to 3,000 people who have come from the US could easily spend a few €1,000 each during their visit. There are still hotel rooms available, some reaching more than €500, £420, for one night, but there are still more pocket-friendly rooms available too. Businesses around the Aviva and Dublin are planning on a bumper weekend with bottomless brunches, tailor quizzes, and mug-making among the quirkier offerings. The Bridge, a popular bar near the Aviva Stadium, has developed a Taylor Swift-themed menu. The manager, Colm Ryan, said they are used to big events, but none as big as Taylor. "We always have rugby matches, Six Nations, things like that," he said. "And obviously a lot of concerts as well. We've had Pink and Rammstein both playing last weekend. But Taylor, she's something on another level. The amount of people that come to support her is huge. She's probably one of the biggest artists in the world right now. We've designed special cocktails this weekend named after a couple of her songs. So we have a lavender haze cocktail and an enchanted cocktail, along with slushies, frozen daiquiris. I thought to go with the kind of stuff that hopefully, weather permitting, will fly out." Dublin Pottery Studio is running a Taylor-themed mug-making class for 2 nights, both of which sold out within an hour. Manager Shara Fulham said the idea came when most of their customers were painting their own Taylor Swift pottery regardless of the concerts. "We noticed every weekend, people were painting Taylor Swift themes anyway," she said. How to get to the Aviva? If you were lucky enough to have secured tickets, there are some extra public transport services for the Taylor Swift concert. Additional DART train services, which operate around the Dublin city area, are available on all 3 nights. Also 60 different bus routes from all over the country that have been approved by the National Transport Authority to provide dedicated services to the Aviva. TransLink is also running special return train services from Northern Ireland. The concerts coincide with a number of other events in the Dublin area such as Pride and Longitude, so public transport will be busy. Aviva Stadium is relatively close to the center of Dublin, and for those able to do so, it may make more sense to do that part of the journey on foot. What time do the concerts start and end? The event promoter Mick has said gates to the Eras Tour open at 17:00 local time. However, some fans with early entry packages may be let into the venue from 15:00. The shows start at 18:00 with opening act Paramore. Swift then begins her mammoth 3.5-hour set from about 19:00. NCD has also warned that briefcases, bags, luggage or purses larger than a clutch bag are prohibited. For those looking for merchandise, it is available at the 3 Arena in Dublin's North Walkway until Sunday. What else is happening in Dublin that weekend? A number of other events will be taking place across the Republic of Ireland's capital, including Shania Twain, Malahide Castle, Friday 28 June. Dublin Pride Parade, Dublin City Centre, Saturday 29 June. Longitude Festival, Marlay Park, Saturday 29 and Sunday 30 June. GA Football All-Ireland Quarter-Finals, Croke Park, Saturday 29 and Sunday 30 June.